Hey everyone, this is our third session together. I hope you've been watching and I hope you've constructed a target as I asked in your house somewhere. I realize that perhaps not everyone can do that, but if there's any way to do it, it will make all this training a lot better. So just a reminder, especially at this level, that repetition of fundamentals is absolutely critical. In fact, you can't do anything in life without revisiting the fundamentals periodically. So you just want to drill like a Marine and practice the same moves over and over. So first thing we'll do, of course, is stretch a little bit. So you'll stretch up and pull your arms behind your head and back. Roll your shoulders and use your arms. And again, the coordination, I think all of you do this, but there might be a couple who don't. See if you can practice this particular coordination exercise. When you do this, your brain is working very diligently to make this happen. It also is an example of habit. If you're not sure how to do it, again, most of you are, but if you're not, you got to send one arm in a circle, say backwards, and then you have to just forget about it and let your body do it automatically while you concentrate on spinning this one forward. Not easy, but of course the other lesson here is that if you practice something like this, 3 minutes here, 2 minutes there, 5 minutes there, you'll have it down in no time. A learning principle that of course is good for almost anything. So if you will just stand with your legs spread and do a little old school waist exercises, just rolling around. In fencing, you have to have what Monsieur Sebastiani calls une ceinture d'acier, a belt of steel. So that involves core strength and things that I won't do with you, like sit-ups and planks and stuff like that. Okay, we can do an exercise where you push and provide resistance. Isometrics it's called. So you push against your hands like this. And then you pull. And then you push and resist this way. And this way. And even backwards. And forwards. Good. All right. So we'll do 10 jumps, squat jumps. Go. 1, 2, don't hit your head on the ceiling. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now, get on guard position and just move a little bit at your own pace, advancing and retreating in whatever space you have. Keeping mindful of the 90 degrees that your feet are angled. Keeping mindful that your front knee is over your ankle, not over your toe like this. And your rear knee is over your toe. You don't want to cave your legs in like this, but rather you want the opposite. You want it nice and wide. It provides a good solid base that you can work from. And reverse it with your non-dominant side. All right, let's lift up our feet, marching like ridiculous soldiers. Good. Now on guard and make a lunge and let's stretch. And pivot. Go a little lower and stretch down. And pivot back. And once more, a little lower. And pivot back, put your front shoulder next to your front knee like you're going to start an Olympic race. Stretch down, feel your hamstring, and reverse that. And then keeping your feet 18 inches apart, let yourself hang down and stretch your hamstring, the back muscle in your thigh.
See if you can touch your toes. Bring them together. Can you touch your toes? Can you touch the ground? Just continue to stretch this. And I remind you, as I often do, that flexibility is really crucial as you continue to grow up yourselves and as you get to be adults and well into your adult years, and even when you're old people, which one day you will be. The more flexible you are through your life, the better you are. The better health you're in. You can avoid all kinds of problems if you'll stretch and keep yourself flexible. And of course, fencing is a lifetime sport, so you can do it for many, many decades. All right, let's take our weapons. Again, I hope you have set up a dummy. I realize as I'm doing these exercises, you should be watching your dummy and not me. But I will demonstrate each one so you can watch me and then go to your target. So here we're going to just do, again, extensions. You want an explosion on your extension. And in a way, you're really just lifting your elbow. You'll notice my hand goes to shoulder height and slightly higher. Of course, my blade makes a rainbow, not a valley. And not too much. That's too much. I think you know what that is like. Also be mindful of tension in your shoulder. No tension. Tension is the enemy of performance. So everything needs to be just as relaxed as can be, just as you would reach for a pen on a table or a glass from a cabinet. You're just reaching out. So with me, we're going to extend our arms and explode as we extend. Ready? Go. 1. Go. 2. Go. 3. Go. 4. Go. 5. Look at me for a moment. Make sure your elbow is not against your rib cage, but is a few inches out. You can put your fist between your elbow and your rib cage. Ready? Go. 1. Go. 2. Go. 3. Go. 4. Go. 5. The next step is something of a distance drill as well. You're going to make an advance and hit with your advance. The key here is you want to be the right distance so your point lands on the target before you've completed your advance. So it sounds like this. And the first noise is me hitting the target, my front foot landing, and my rear foot comes up a moment later. Ready? Go. 1, and back. 2, and then retreat, of course, to your original position. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Relax. Now from the lunge position, remember, you establish right away in foil by extending the arm, but you don't need to do this followed by a lunge. That's a very classical way. It's a little bit outmoded. Now, you are extending your arm, say 3/4, and then you're finishing the lunge with an explosion. So it's sort of almost like you're holding it and then hitting. So you're going to be extending. Remember, your toe is going to go up this way. Not pointed and not lifted like a horse, but as if you were slipping out of an oil slick. Your toe goes up. Ready? Extending, kick, and lunge. 1. Try to hit the same spot in your target every time. Extending, kick, and lunge. 2. Extending, kick, and lunge. 3. Adjust your distance if need be. Maybe a small retreat if you slid. Ready? Go. Extending, kick, and lunge. 4. Extending, kick, and lunge. 5. Extending, kick, and lunge. 6. Extending, kick, and lunge. 7. Extending, kick, and lunge. 8. Extending, kick, and lunge. 9. Extending, kick, and lunge. 10. Rest. We're going to do that with the non-dominant side, and it feels funny. Most of you have the pistol grip, so it'll just feel very odd. That's all right. It's just to get your brain working using other parts of your body. Fencing is asymmetrical, right? It's not mirror image on both sides. So if you're right-handed, your right leg and your right hand get a lot more exercise. You need to balance that out a little bit by using your non-dominant side. Lunges, ready? Extend and lunge, recover. Extend and lunge, recover. Extending, I should say, recover. Extending, lunge. Extending, lunge.
extending, lunge, extending, lunge, extending, lunge, 2 more, extending, lunge, and extending and lunge. Reminders about the advanced lunge. I should say the advanced lunge is the longest fencing distance. That is, if you're from advanced lunge distance, you can get the right of way if you take an advance and a lunge. If you're any further back than that, you're not really in fencing distance, and so you don't have the right of way. If you're 25 feet away from your opponent and start moving, you don't have the right of way. You only have the right of way when you're in advanced lunge distance. So, reminder, advanced lunge is an accelerated motion. It's slow, fast. The first step is reconnaissance. I think some of you know that word. It means checking out the enemy's terrain. Like in World War I, they used to have planes that flew over and checked out where the hills were, where the army was, and so forth. Reconnaissance, from the French word for knowledge. So, you're going to go advance, extending, and then finish your extension and your lunge at the same time. Ideally, your point lands on the target before your front foot even hits the floor. Not sure you can see that, but you can hear it perhaps. So, 10 advanced lunges, slow, fast. Ready? Face your target. Go. Slow, fast. Recover, retreat. 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 How many of you did a 5th one without my doing it? I do that on purpose because you don't want to establish a habit or a pattern when you're fencing someone. You need to do something unexpected. So I set you up with the same rhythm 4 times. And then I stopped. And I'm sure many of you wanted to start again. Continuing, extending and lunging. Go. Slow, fast. Recover, retreat. Slow, fast. Recover, retreat. Slow, fast. Recover, retreat. Slow, fast. Recover, retreat. One more. Slow, fast. Recover, retreat. Good. Rest. We worked on balestras, I believe, last week. Remember, a balestra is a word in Italian that means a jump lunge. We sometimes say balestra lunge, which is like saying jump lunge lunge, but you get the idea. Whereas an advanced lunge is a change of tempo, slow, fast, to sneak in and penetrate that bubble I'm always talking about between you and your opponent. A balestra is a simple surprise attack. Boom! It's a big slap in the face, so to speak. There is no change of tempo because it's so fast. And again, a balestra is a jump. So we're going to practice just the jump. Think of yourself as having cat claws, and you're going to grip the carpet as you go. The one difference there is at the moment your front foot lands, it's up in the air making the lunge. So the rhythm is boom, boom, boom. Listen to it. So we'll practice just the jump, not the lunge, just the jump. You're going to leave the ground this high, and you're going to grab the ground. It's not that natural in some ways, so you have to practice it. Maybe you can see my feet. You can see my foot comes up, and it's like I'm grabbing with my claws. And I'm pushing up with my rear foot. You're really pushing with this rear foot. Now, again, we're going to follow it with a lunge. And again, as if you're now on an electrically charged plate, and the minute your front foot lands, it comes off again because you don't want to get electrocuted. I assume. So it's boom. Let's try a few. Watch me. I'm going to do 3. Go. Recover, retreat. Go. Recover, retreat. Go. Recover, retreat. Now, face your target and do it as I call it. Ready? Go. Balestra. Recover, retreat. Jump lunge. Recover, retreat. Jump lunge. Recover, retreat. Jump lunge. Recover, retreat. Jump lunge. Recover, retreat. Did I catch you? Did you go with the rhythm, the expected rhythm? I changed it. Just like you should change it in a bout. 5 more. Ready? Go. Jump lunge. Recover, retreat. Go. Jump lunge. Recover, retreat. Go. Jump lunge. Recover, retreat.
Go. Go. Lunge, recover, retreat. Go. Lunge, recover, retreat. All right, I'm going to stop the video here, and I'll see you in the next session.